All right, so today we're going to talk about part 2 of the spread of Protestantism and Catholic response, okay? Now, we talked about a little bit of this on Friday, all right? We talked about Anabaptists, okay? First of all, Anabaptists, what do they believe should be separate? Good job. Church and state, okay? Church and state, good job. What was so different between Anabaptists and Catholics and Protestants?
Anabaptists believe in adult.
Good job. Good job. Anabaptists believed in adult baptism. What about Catholics and Protestants? Who they believe should be baptized? Good job. Children. Good job. So basically, that's what we stopped off for last time. All right. So we watched the video about Amish people and Mennonites. So let's go ahead and jump into the roles of women. Okay. Now, Protestantism continued the traditional subservience and obedience of the wife. All right. So Protestantism didn't really change the way that women were viewed in society, or the role that women had in society. All right. Now, if you remember on Friday, I told you guys that, hey, the family was the center of human life for Protestantism, okay? But for Catholicism, I told you guys that basically the clergy, they had to be celibate or remain unmarried. But however, Protestantism, it pushed for clergy members to be married, okay? And when they got married, you got to have children, and this family would be considered the center of human life, all right? Now, when it came down to the main role of women, the main role of women was to have children, bear children. So what was the main role of women?
Have children.
Good job, good job. Now, although women could bear children, men were still the ruler of the traditional household, okay? And not only were they the head of the household, women were supposed to sit down and listen to the men, okay? Listen to the husband, all right? So, the main jobs of women were basically cook and clean and have kids and take care of those kids, all right? Now, according to Luther and Calvin, women's role to bear children was part of God's divine plan, okay? Now, family life was the only destiny for most Protestant women, and although Protestantism stressed family life, it did not change women's role in society. Okay? So, real quick, what was women's main role? Good job. To bear children. Good job. Great job. According to Luther and Calvin, bearing children was a part of what plan? Good job. Great job. Great job. Question. Did Protestantism kind of change the way women did they kind of change women's role? No. All right, good job, good job. They were still seen as what to men? Men were still considered, good job. They still had to obey their husband, correct? All right. Everybody got it? All right, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. All right, so I told you guys that Amish people and Mennonites, they are considered Anabaptists, okay? Anabaptists, I told you they didn't believe in what? Fighting wars or what? Good job, good job. So they didn't believe in taking office, and they didn't bear arms, okay? So, with that being said, the American government allows them to forego military service. Why is this? Why do you think that Mennonites and Amish Anabaptists can forego going to the military? Great job. It's against their religion. Okay, it's against their religion. And since it's against their religion, that means, hey, they can't fight. Okay? It's against their religion to fight. So therefore, they have made a conscious effort to be a part of their religion. So therefore, they're not going to go against their religion. Okay? And the United States, we abide that. Why? Because religious toleration, okay? Real quick, freedom of religion. What amendment is that? Good job. First one. Good job. All right, let's talk about the Catholic Reformation, okay? All right, so we talked about the Protestant Reformation. Let's talk about the Catholic Reformation, okay? Now, By the mid-16th century, things did not look too good for Catholicism due to the spread of Protestantism, okay? Now, Catholicism for years have been the sole sect of Christianity, okay? But now Protestantism has came in and it's starting to get more converts, okay? All right? So, with that being said, the Catholic Church began to revitalize in the 16th century for 3 reasons. Why? One reason because of the Jesus. The second one is because of the reform of the papacy. And the third one is because of the Council of Trent. So, what's one reason as to why the Catholic Church began to reform? Good job. What's the second? Good job. Reform of the papacy. And lastly, good job. Good job. All right. Now, when it came down to the Jesus, Ignatius of Loyola founded the Society of Jesus, and another name for the Society of Jesus is called the Jesus. Okay, so who founded the Society of Jesus?
Loyola.
Good job, Ignatius of Loyola. All right, good job. Another name for the Society of Jesus is what? Good job, Jesus. Good job. Good job. What 3 ways, 3 reasons was the reason why they decided to reform the Catholic Church? What'd it say? All right, Jesus, what else? Good job. Reform of the papacy, what else? Good job. Council of Trent. Good job. Great job. All right. Anabaptists believe in the separation of what? Good job. Church and state. Good job. What did Anabaptists do? All right. Bear arms. What else? Good job. Take office. All right. What Bible commandment? What commandment did they take literal? That's not kill. So therefore, if you have an arm, okay, if you have a weapon, all right, that means you trying to kill something, all right. So to keep yourself from actually killing anything, they just didn't even have guns, okay, all right. So once again, who founded the Society of Jesus? Good job, Ignatius of Loyola. And what's another name for the Society of Jesus? Great job, great job. Keep on writing, keep on writing. All right. What were women's main roles? Good job. Get it, got it good. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Great job. Great job. All right. Next slide. All right, so this video is about Ignatius of Loyola, okay? I'll come back to it after we get done with the presentation, okay? All right, so when it came down to Loyola, okay, and his organization, Society of Jesus, okay, Pope recognized Loyola and his followers in the religious order in 1540, okay? Now, if you are a Jesus, you would have to take a special vow of obedience to the Pope. So therefore, the Catholic Church, all right? Who's the leader of the Catholic Church? All right, good job, the Pope. So therefore, you have to swear your obedience. You have to be loyal to the Pope, okay? Right. So, when spreading their message, they used education, okay? They would set up schools, okay? All right? They would set up schools to spread this their different Catholic views, all right? Now, they were successful in spreading Catholicism, okay? They were successful in restoring Catholicism to parts of Germany. Remember, with the Peace of Augsburg. What did the Peace of Augsburg do for Germany? All right, good job. It let the rulers of Germany, the German states, choose whether they want to be Protestant or Catholic. And many nations, many German states kind of switched over to Protestantism, all right? But however, the Jesus were successful in restoring Catholicism to parts of Germany. Not only did they restore parts to Germany, they also spread it to Eastern Europe, and they spread it to other parts in the world, including the New World. All right, where's the New World at this time? Good job, the Americas. All right. So real quick. What year did Loyola and the Society of Jesus become recognized? Good job, 1540. Who did they take a special vow of obedience to? Good job, the Pope. How did they spread their knowledge? Or how did they spread their message? Through education. Good job. All right. Women's main role was to what? Good job. Bear children. Society of Jesus was created by who? Good job. The Nation of Loyola. Another name for the Society of Jesus is what? Good job. The Jesus. Good job. Great job. All right. Let's go to the next slide real fast. Now, when it came down to reforming the papacy, all right? So we just talked about Jesus, all right? Remember, that's our first reason for the Catholic Reformation, okay? Or the Counter-Reformation, all right? Pope Paul III saw the need to reform the papacy, all right? So, when reforming the papacy, he appointed a reform commission in 1537 to determine the church ills. So, what was the sole purpose of the reform commission? Good job. To determine the church's ills, all right? So, when it came down to determine the church's ills, they blamed it on the corrupt policies of the Pope. So, what corrupt things did the popes do? Raise your hand.
They led wars.
Good job. They led wars. Who led wars specifically? All right, Pope Julius II. Good job. He was known as what? Good job, the warrior Pope. What else did they do? What made Martin Luther upset? Good job. They sold indulgences. Good job. When it came down to spiritual duties, what did some popes think about their spiritual duties? What'd you say? All right. They acted like they didn't know their spiritual duties, okay? They acted like they didn't know what they were supposed to do. And lastly, they tried to advance their careers and wealth, okay? All right? So, Pope Paul III also created the Council of Trent, all right? Whenever you hear about the Council of Trent, just know it was a group of cardinals, archbishops, abbots, and theologians that met in the city of Trent, okay? All right? Now, on the next slide, I'll tell you exactly what the Council of Trent did for the Catholic Church, for the Catholic, for Catholicism as a whole. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go slide. Now, here goes a picture, a painting of Pope Paul III. Now, the Council of Trent met on and off for 18 years. Okay. So it took them about 18 years to go ahead and reform the papacy, okay? All right? And to reform the Catholic Church, all right? So, the final decrees reaffirm Catholic teachings in opposition to Protestant beliefs. So, basically they said, hey, you still need to follow the Catholic teachings instead of converting over to Protestant beliefs, okay? Now, they believe that, hey, both faith and works were needed for salvation, okay? All right, now this was the old Catholic way of thinking about achieving salvation, okay? Remember, we talked about three people in their views on salvation, okay? Who's the first person we talked about? Erasmus. What was Erasmus' view on achieving salvation? Good job. Living a good life on a daily basis, or doing good daily deeds on a daily basis, okay? What about Martin Luther? Through faith alone. He thought that humanly deeds were powerless to affect God, okay? God's decision whether you was going to reach salvation or not. And lastly, we talk about John Calvin, okay? What was John Calvin's view on achieving salvation? Predestination. Good job. What's predestination? Good job. As soon as you're born, God already knows an eternal decree whether you're going to heaven or hell, okay? Now, when it came down to what they believe should be kept in the Catholic Church, okay? They thought that, hey, they should keep the 7 sacraments, okay? Keep the 7 sacraments, okay? they believe that they should keep the Catholic view of communion, and also they should keep the clergy celibate. Okay, make sure clergy still say, make sure they stay celibate. Okay, now what three ideas were held by the Council of Trent? All right, the 7 sacraments. What else? All right, Catholic view of communion, and lastly, good job. Clerical celibacy. All right, good job. How long did the Council of Trent meet on and off? Good job. 18 years. Good job. Who was the founder of the Society of Jesus? Good job. Ignatius Loyola. All right. What's another name for the Society of Jesus? Jesus. Good job, Jesus. Good job. Good job. Women's main role was the what? Good job. Good job. Next slide. All right, now this will be the last slide. All right. Belief in purgatory and the use of indulgence was stricter. Okay. However, you can put this in parentheses. Selling indulgences, it was forbidden. Okay, so now they're still doing indulgences. Okay, but however, they can't sell them no more. Okay, can't sell them. It's against the law to sell them. Okay, now after the Council of Trent, the Roman Catholic Church had become a clear body of doctrine, and it was all unified under the Pope. And lastly, it had a renewed spirit of confidence. Okay, so now they're not focused on trying to compete with Protestantism anymore. Okay, they was worried about Protestantism because Protestantism came so hard. Okay, right? Martin Luther started it with the 95 Theses. He started the Reformation with the 95 Theses. Okay, what day is known as the Reformation Day? Good job, October 31st. Good job, good job, great job. All right, what's the document that Martin Luther created that went against the sale of indulgences? 95 Theses. Good job, 95 Theses. Great job, great job. All right, class, that will conclude today's lesson. It's going on much.